welcome to SMR Innovations, where innovation meets energy solution in the most cutting-edge ways. But what is exactly is SMR Innovations and what can they offer? Let's delve into it. SMR Innovations, or Small Modular Reactor Innovation, is a pioneering company specializing in the development of small modular reactors, abbreviated as SMR. These reactors are revolutionizing the way we approach nuclear energy by offering compact, scalable, and safer alternatives to traditional nuclear power plants. What sets SMR apart is their innovative design, which prioritizes safety and efficiency. By leveraging advanced technology and engineering expertise, SMR Innovations is leading the charge toward a cleaner and more sustainable energy future. At SMR Innovations, we're not just developing reactors. We're shaping the future of nuclear energy. Our focus on safety, reliability, and environment stewardship drives everything we do, ensuring that our solutions meet the needs of today while preserving the planet for tomorrow. But that's not all. In addition to their groundbreaking work in nuclear energy, SMR Innovation is expanding their horizon with exciting new projects. One such venture is their upcoming bakery project, which aims to bring a fresh approach to the culinary world while showcasing their commitment to innovation. Stay tuned as SMR Innovation takes on the challenge of baking excellence, blending technology with tradition to deliver a delectable experience like no other. From nuclear reactors to artisanal pastries, SMR Innovation is redefining what it means to innovate in today's world.
Where's everybody? The grand opening was supposed to be 10 minutes ago.
I don't know, Harold. Maybe they got lost, or maybe there's a traffic jam full of people desperately craving our delicious pastries.
Hate to break it to you, but these croissants are starting to sweat.
This is a disaster. Brenda, call the caterers and see if they have any stale bread we can pass off as samples.
Caterers? Oh, right. They said the oven is broke down and they couldn't make the macaroons.
Just perfect. Maybe we should put a close until further notice.
Don't let project delays. Don't turn your grand opening into a grand meltdown. Here at SMR Innovations, we use the critical path method to ensure your business runs smoothly. Building a bakery involves a lot of moving parts, just like any complex project. To ensure everything runs smoothly, we rely on a powerful tool called the critical path method, or CPM for short. Think of each activity as a step on a path. Arrows show which activity needs to be completed before others can start. For example, you can pour the foundation until the demolition is done. Now, with CPM, we calculate two important times for each activity. The earliest it can start, or EST, and the latest it can start without delaying the project. Think of it as figuring out the wiggle room for each step. We won't get into the nitty-gritty calculations just yet, but trust us, it involves a bit of math magic. Once we have these times, we can identify the critical path. That's the sequence of activities with zero slack, meaning any delay in these steps will directly impact the entire project timeline. The critical path. This is the backbone of your project schedule. By focusing on keeping these activities on track, you ensure the whole project stays on time.
Alright team, let's get started. Today's agenda, charting the critical path for our new bakery project using the magic of CPM. So if you recall from the video, each activity has a duration, which is the estimated time to complete it. We also have predecessor, which are the tasks that need to be finished before we can even start the particular activity. For example, here, demolition and site clearing has no predecessors because it is the first step. It has a duration of 5 days. Okay, everyone with me so far? Great. Now, the next step is to calculate the early start time and the latest start time for each activity.
In project management, it's important to understand the critical path method. This involves identifying the sequence of activities that must be completed on time for the project to finish on time. The critical path is the longest sequence of activities that determines the project's completion time. The computations below explain how to calculate the earliest start, finish times, latest start, finish times, slack, and project completion time for a given project. We start by calculating the earliest start and finish times for each activity in the project. We begin with activity A, which has no immediate predecessors, so its earliest start time is 0. With a duration of 5 days, its earliest finish time is 0 plus 5 is equals to 5. Next, we move on to activity B, which depends on A. The earliest B can start is when A finishes, which is on day 5. With a duration of 10 days, B's earliest finish time is 5 plus 10 is equals to 15. Similarly, for activity C, which also depends on A, the earliest C can start is on day 5. With a duration of 13 days, C's earliest finish time is 5 plus 13 is equals to 18. Activity D needs B to be completed before it can start. Since the earliest finish time for B is 15, the earliest D can start is 15. And with an activity time of 7 days, it will have the earliest finish time of 7 plus 15, which gives 22. Activity E also needs B to be completed before it can start. Since the earliest finish time of B is 15, the earliest E can start is also on day 15. With an activity of 3 days, E's earliest finish time is 3 plus 15, which equals to 18. Activity F has only one predecessor, which is C. F needs C to be completed before it can start. Since the earliest finish time of C is 18, the earliest F can start is on day 18. With an activity time of 9 days, F's earliest finish time is 9 plus 18, which is equals to 27. Activity G needs both D and E to finish before it can start. Since the earliest finish time for D and E is 22 and 18 respectively, and G needs both of them to finish to start. The earliest time G can start is on day 22. Therefore, G finishes at 4 plus 22, which gives 26. Activity H has predecessors E and F. Since the highest earliest finish time is 27, H can start earliest on day 27. With an activity time of 3 days, H earliest finish time is 3 plus 27, which gives 30. Finally, activity I needs H and G to finish before it can start. Since the highest earliest finish time from H and G is 30, the earliest I can start is on day 30. Therefore, letter I finish at 37. As you can see, I have the highest earliest finish time, so we can say that the project's completion time is 37 days. Now, we move on to the backward pass. Since the project completion time is 37 days, the latest finish time for the activity at the finish node of I has to be 37. This means that I cannot be completed in longer than 37 days. We determine the latest start times by subtracting the activity times from the latest finish times. For activity I, the latest start time will be 37 minus 7, which gives 30. Activity H has only one successor, which is I. With the latest start time of 30, H latest finish time is 30 minus 3, which gives 27. Activity G has only one successor, which is I. With the latest start time of 30, G's latest finish time is 30 minus 4, which gives 26. Activity F has only one successor, which is H. With the latest start time of 27, F's latest finish time is 27 minus 9, which gives 18. Activity E has two successors, which are G and H. Their latest start times are 26 and 27, respectively. Therefore, the latest time E can finish is 26 for E to start. In other words, when doing a backward pass, the latest finish time of an activity must be the lowest or minimum of the latest start times of its successors. Therefore, the latest start time of E will be 26 minus 3, which is 23. Activity D has only one successor, which is G. With the latest start time of 26, this latest finish time is 26 minus 7, which is equals to 19. Activity C has only one successor, which is F. With the latest start time of 18, C's latest finish time is 18 minus 13, which gives 5. Activity B has two successors, which are D and E. Their latest start times are 19 and 23. Therefore, the latest time B can start is 19, which is the lowest or minimum. Then 19 subtracted from 10 gives 9. Lastly, Activity A also has two successors, which are B and C. Their latest start times are 9 and 5. So the latest finish time for A will be 5, and its latest start will be 0. We are now done with the backward pass.
The slack or activity is defined as the amount of time an activity can be delayed without extending or increasing the project completion schedule. It is computed as a data start minus earliest start or latest finish minus earliest finish. The slack for activity A will be 0 minus 0 or 5 minus 5, which will be 0. The slack for B will be 4. For activity C, the slack will be 0, and for activity D, the slack will be 4. For activity E, the slack will be 8, and for activity F, the slack will be 0. And for activity G, the slack will be 4. For activity H, the slack will be 0. Lastly, the activity I, the slack will be 0. Remember, for example, activity B can begin anytime between days 5 to 9, and it can be finished between days 15 to 19. However, B can be delayed up to 5 days, and the project will be completed on the day 37. Activity A, C, F, H, and I, on the other hand, cannot be delayed at all without extending and project completion time. So for example, if H is delayed by 7 days, the project's completion time will be extended for 9 days, from 37 to 44.
As we wrap up, remember that mastering critical path analysis empowers you to navigate project complexities with confidence. By understanding dependencies, identifying critical activities, and optimizing schedules, you pave the way for project success. Thank you for watching!
Alright team, let's get started. Today's agenda, charting the critical path for our new bakery project. May nag-chat pa! inulit-ulit mo, mas mabubulol ka tangi.
Ano ba mas maganda?
This is
the
a disaster.
Brenda. Or kaya, this is the disaster. Brenda, call the caterers and save this.
This is a
Ano ba?
disaster, Brenda.
Mas maganda, itidiretso natin. This is a disaster, Brenda. Or kaya, this is the disaster. Brenda, call the caterers and ano. Parang focus ka, diba?
This is a disaster.
Brenda?
This is a disaster, Brenda.
2,000 years later.
Call the caterers
This
and
is a
see if they have
disaster.
any
Brenda,
stale
call
bread
ganon.
we can pass.
Mas
off
maganda
as
tong
samples.
isang part na to, yung ano, this is a disaster.
Defeat!
Disaster, Brenda.
Hindi na nga, iba na. This is a disaster. Brenda, call the caterers.
Sa Brenda,
blah,
may
blah, blah.
diin.
This is a disaster.
Brenda! Yan!
Caterers and see if they have any stale bread we can pass off as samples.
Pero naghihingal ka na. Parang natakbo na sa ano.
This is a disaster. Brenda, call the caterers and see if they have any stale bread we can pass off as samples.
This is a disaster.
Hindi na pwede ba? Ulit
Wait
mo.
lang, ayaw ma-edit eh.
Gago edit agad.
Walang rename eh. Rename mo nga. Baka di na.
Wait lang, hindi na. Mag-go kasi para ano yung
Practice
signal.
mo muna.
Oh, sige.
Okay.
Sige, 1, 2, 3 ko muna.
1, 2, 3, go.
Hate to break it to you, but these croissants are starting to sweat.
Caterers? Oh, right. They said the oven is broke down and they couldn't make the macaroons.
Kim.
Nick!
Gabi tayo.
Kim.
Harold!
Di nyo na pwede masisigo ba't ganto? Ginaganapan ko lang na natural, tsaka inagapan ko na makutal nilawan, sinugal ginapang minahal.
Said the oven is broke down and they couldn't make the macaroons.
And the memories bring back your.
Go na, Harold.
Sana sinabi mo, para di na umasang may tayo pa sa uli.
Video na tayo. Ano?
Oh, just perfect. Maybe
Kim.
we should just put a close answer
Kim.
for
Oh, Harold! Dito ka na!
Ako na.
Dito ka na.